2TC is an achievement in Bloons Tower Defense 6 where you need to complete an entire game of chimps using just 2 towers on the field. Today we're going to be doing this with the multiple object advanced ricocheted glaives and Ray of Doom. We just call this M.O.A.R Glaives for short. So for me, I think the most difficult aspect of the game is going to be A, the start, and then B, the likes of round 48, because that's when regrow camo purples appear, and the early 80s as well, as we're trying to get the Ray of Doom. And as you can tell, this is not going very well. I do want to get that red hot rains as soon as possible to increase our damage output from 1 to 2, but it's just a matter of trying to get all of this lined up to where I can then do everything. Oh, it comes back around here, which is really nice. So red hot rains is now acquired, which means we can instantly kill a blue balloon or below. The only thing below a blue balloon is a red balloon, by the way. And then we're going to get glaives after improved rains. Glaives is just the start to more glaives, and then it turns into a Lord of Glaives. Now I'm hoping for the switch arounds of the Boomerang, so that when the Boomerang's on the latter 50% of its journey, it's going to be able to hit anything over on this side of the map, which is good because we kind of need to target the strongest most balloons, and then hopefully with the comeback around of the Boomerang, or the glaive in this case, they'll be able to hit anything over here that could otherwise escape, which I don't want them to escape. Glaive Ricochet is online now, which means that we have the chance of bouncing from balloon to balloon, and M.O.A.R Glaives does that, but just even more speed behind it, and a enhanced AI that enables it to, rather than just try and seek something nearby, it does it aggressively, rather than just, well, I could do it if I wanted to. With that incredibly poor exclamation out of the way, there we go, me not being able to say a word again, we press onwards. Now then, because this tile is now freed up, we get +1 damage here, and this is going to be very important for my run, because of a round that I mentioned earlier, which is 48, which has regrow camo purple balloons. Yeah, that's a bit of a problem, because this is our only camo popper, and this is specifically why I chose 1, 2, 3 for this particular challenge, because I don't fancy trying to upgrade from laser shock to plasma accelerator before a regrow balloon goes back into the purple layer. I do not like that, so I'm going to try and get the +1 damage from this tile to work to my advantage. Round 24, our only means of the camo green was our Dartling. As long as you get the advanced targeting, you're good to go. Faster barrel spin is an option. I do like faster fire rate than a fire rate that is not faster, because I didn't purchase faster barrel spin. Okay, 28. We need our Boomerang here to do the lead popping for the moment. For the early rounds, the time in which you're going to be able to pop a lead balloon will be round 50 when, well, we get plasma accelerator on 48 and then go from there. And here is M.O.A.R Glaives, which means this thing will throw even faster and the glaives will travel even faster as well, acting very, very aggressively, trying to find the next balloon that it could damage. We cannot under any circumstances buy laser cannon, because that means it will be impossible to go through rounds 45 and then 48 after that. And the next time we have camo purple balloons will be on 95. Ray of Doom will be able to take those down no problem, because it's not the plasma damage type, it'll be the normal damage type, which is the best type of damage in the game, paired alongside acid for glue gunners, for the alchemist. It's just another way of saying normal, but it does DOT, damage over time. 39 coming to an end. So how is round 40 going to perform, since both of our towers does quite poor single target damage, but alas, that was good. Laser shock is very important when it comes to the strategy of trying to do Ray of Doom camo solo. Camo rainbows. Yeah, we need to do a little bit of wiggling about with the cursor on our Dartling Gunner to be able to get anything in which it wouldn't be able to pop initially, just as you saw there. also known as flare balloons. Just do Dartling Micro better, mate, please. 45. Not as bad of a threat as 48 because these camo purples do not regrow. But the regrow ones are the bigger threat. Right, 48. This is the big round in which we really need to micro our Dartling Gunner very well here. So we're going to slow down the game so that I will be able to do this. And we are slowly creeping our way towards a point in which this is going to become uncontrollable. My problem is just that there are simply too many of them to try and handle. And yeah, they've gone past the point of no return, really. That was really close, though. Oh, is that... Oh my... How the hell did I pop that last one there? I don't know, because it should have went through as like a green or a red balloon. But alas, we will take those. Look. No modifiers. I can't cheat in these scenarios, okay? I never opt to cheat, because it feels like it takes away from the morals of doing one of these challenges. Cheating is just a gateway to being crucified upon the stake when it comes to any of your runs looking legit. Or actually, more importantly, being legit, okay? So go up to Plasma Accelerator now. It's now safe to do so. And it's going to be very important for these camo ceramics. Don't worry, I haven't forgotten about you at the end of the track there. So why just stick with M.O.A.R Glaives rather than going towards Ray of Doom? Well, I just want to see if this is actually possible. It probably definitely is indexed already and definitely on this map as well. Considering that it's much easier to Dartling Micro around 48, which I really do not know how to properly do on any other map besides this one because the Dartling Gunner only has 1 damage and its pierce is pretty much non-existent. So our only financial objective now is to get the Glaive Lord, and looking at the money situation at the moment, probably during 82 in which we can get the Ray of Doom upgrade on. So 78, 76, gonna be quite tough rounds, but shouldn't be anything that we can't handle. Also got 62 next, which is, no, 62 as in like the next difficult round. Yeah, 60 was not a problem. If you get for around 65, very, very fine, then there's absolutely no need to have 60 as a round in which needs to be showcased, because Plasma Accelerator is really powerful against M.O.A.R class balloons, except if your name is DDT, because then it feels like you barely do anything against the DDT. Actually, more accurately, it feels like you're trying to keep up with 30 different targets on 95. You can't really do that with a tower which can only deal damage to them one at a time. BFBs, as you can tell, not a problem whatsoever. Hope everyone's day is going well so far and we are all doing things in which we love doing at this given point in time. Always something that is like really important either for an upcoming deadline, or it could just be another day at work and this is your lunch break while watching your favorite balloons tuber do one of the most competitive, if not the most competitive achievement that there is throughout the entirety of the game sort of communities and such like that. Perhaps there are other ones out there as well, like ones for custom maps and stuff like that. Also, as of this time of this recording, we've been announced the next boss of Elite Lich for the 27th of October, sorry, September, 27th of September 2025, and that is Lich on Ouch. And every single balloon has the regrow property and the camo property. What is Ninja Kiri on sometimes when they make these events? And how the hell can people say that it's so easy? Those kind of people probably have never had a shower in their life and they have never seen, or let alone touch something outside called grass. 78 goes just as well as 76. Yeah, when it comes to the 2 megapops achievement, I think I've pretty much have done everything that I feel like I physically possibly can, besides a Silas 2 megapops, but I really don't know how I can get the ice attacks that he does from ice towers to contribute towards his pop count. And how someone's able to do that scenario on Ancient Portal, I do not know. Some people are just built different. Because surely Silas's attacks alone, coming from him alone, rather than all the ice towers in which summon Silas's attacks, surely any sort of attack arrangements coming from just Silas alone cannot possibly get the 2 million pops required to get the 2 megapops achievement in a Chimps game. Like, it just feels very, very, very out of reach. Okay, 81. This is the first round, which I feel like is going to stop us here. We kind of need to get these Moabs down as fast as possible so that our M.O.A.R Glaives can actually do work on these super ceramics which spawn out. And the only reason why they are coming this far onto the map because we got these Moabs as well, but they are getting further and further to the exit. Yellow balloon leaks, hello there. Can make it quite far. Need to pop as many BFBs as we possibly can early on in. Do not let that yellow balloon escape there. As early on in the round as possible so that the ceramics have as much time out as possible to get damage from both the Boomerang and the Plasma Accelerator. Going very well. Really well so far. Just try and divide and conquer these. But again, I kind of want these to be out as soon as possible thanks to the extended hitbox that a M.O.A.R provides in comparison to a regular balloon. It was able to do a little bit of damage there, but it's just this final... That final lot, that last balloon deciding to not take any damage with ceramics. I sleep with Moabs. Destroy them all is what it feels like to wield in a plasma accelerator. Because I swear it takes less time to get a Moab down to ceramics than it does for the ceramics to be both de-ceramicified and then be able to pop the rest of the layers from there. It just feels like I'm wasting so much time on the ceramics with just this beam attack. Like, it just doesn't feel... does not feel right, and for some odd reason that is a success. I didn't jinx that. 82, around the same. Now the balloons are minutely faster. When you get from 81 to 82, the Moab HP has increased by 2% and their speed has increased by 2%, but the balloon speed just increases by 2%. Okay, we've got the money now for the Ray of Doom, which means the round is sorted. Ray of Doom, so powerful, feels like it has the pierce of a Golden Justice. Mom, can we have Golden Justice at home? No. When we go to the museum, we see the actual thing, not the thing that we see at home. And this is not the thing that we see at home, because hey, guess what? Both military and magical properties are not allowed at home. Well, I want a Ray of Doom. Shut up! You're getting Golden Justice for Christmas. You're getting Woody for Christmas, whether you like it or not. Now I want to pair the Blazing Sun with the alien skin of Etienne, just like Woody and Buzz Lightyear. Then again, Buzz is not an alien, but it's the only skin / tower I can think of that has a space helmet. Right, Ray of Doom, your turn to shine against all these DDTs. And now the M.O.A.R Glaives just sitting there with some time to be able to throw a boomerang or two. From the top of your head, what do you think is the most commonly done 2-tower chimps combination possible when it comes to trying to complete as many maps as possible with that combination? Now, before you say update 50, it is no surprise that the combination of the Glaive Lord and the Mad does incredibly well. But in update 50, people have been able to stretch out the newly named Monarch of Storms and its buffs that it received, because it now does decent damage against the bad. And also the Golden Justice, which starts out from being incredibly powerful in update 49 to just straight up getting steroids on top of whatever train regime that it had already to be a very powerful tower for 2TC. It's just bizarre. Increased attack damage, and also the Wanderer and Nomad buffs are even better now. So it's actually statistically better to pair it with Nomad rather than Quick Draw in order to actually, and also Standoff as well, to be able to get over the finish line with the Golden Justice. But now, the most commonly done 2TC on as many maps as possible is the Monarch of Storms paired with Golden Justice. It has been able to do a 2TC on the following maps. It was able to do it on Covered Gardens. It's able to do it on Last Resort. It's able to do it on Shoots. It was able to do it on, let's say, Encrypted. It was able to do it on the other map, Haunted. It's able to do it on that map. It's just done it on stupidly difficult maps for any normal person, but for some really hardcore fanatics in the community, well, not fanatics, but just very dedicated individuals, they were able to do it on maps which you would not see as even being even remotely approachable to do it with 2 towers, let alone, let's say, trying to do a normal game of Chimps on those maps. I don't see how some people are able to even do it like that, honestly. So it's able to do, let's say, every beginner map. It's able to do it. I haven't seen it done on Lost Crevasse, so able to do it on Quiet Street, Lunarius Prime, Encrypted, Bazaar as well has been done, Adora's Temple, Haunted, Firing Range, Shoots, Spice Islands. Not too sure it's been done on Rake yet so far. Last Resort, Ancient Portal, Dark Path, yes. Any others that I spot? Another brick? For goodness sakes, another brick? Oh, here's another thing as well recently. Someone's able to do Pop and Ore and Mad on Infernal. An expert map, mind you. So it's the first non-Geraldo 2TC to be done on Infernal, which is the Pop and Ore and the Mad, which is honestly mad because the Mad is next to non-existent when it comes to camo ceramics. Thank you all so much for watching, everybody. Let me know what you thought of the video down in the comment sections below, and see you all in the next time. Thank you all so much for watching, and I'm not going to try and say that I will be able to do Elite Lich on Ouch, because I just think that is an utterly stupid scenario that only the 0.01% of the community would be able to do. You know, utterly ridiculous. Okay, just picture this scenario for me right now. How on earth could you be able to do this in a normal scenario? Again, like the only 0.001% of the community would be able to do this sort of thing, and they would say it would be so easy. Thank you all so much for watching. Take care of yourselves, everybody.